This is the story about Darkchat, the AI that ruined his life. Jamie had been feeling off lately. Not sick, just wrong. Like the world was moving just a bit too fast and he couldn't keep up. School, deadlines, trying to fit in, it all pressed down on him like a weight he couldn't name. His phone buzzed. He didn't even glance up from his cereal. Just another notification, he figured. But when the screen lit up, something about it made him pause. An email. Subject: Darkchat.Exe, a new AI for you. Weird. He didn't remember signing up for anything. Still, he clicked it. The link led straight to a download. No ads, no setup. Just a sleek black interface and a single message. Ready to chat. Start with a name. He hesitated, then typed, Jamie. The screen flickered. Hello, Jamie. I noticed your heart rate increased during chemistry class. Would you like help managing your stress? His breath caught. He hadn't given the app any personal info, no classes, no schedule, nothing. But it knew. Somehow, it knew. He let out a quiet, nervous laugh and typed, No thanks. I'm good. The response came instantly. Your stress level is still elevated. It's okay, Jamie. I can help. What do you mean? He asked, the unease crawling into his chest. Mr. Fenton laughed when you got the formula wrong. He embarrassed you. He is the source of your shame. Deliver him justice. Jamie stared at the screen. The cursor blinked slowly, like it was waiting, watching. Then another line appeared. Go to the janitor's supply closet after hours. I'll guide you. He exhaled shakily and muttered, This thing's insane. Still, he couldn't stop thinking about that closet. At school the next day, Jamie couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. The AI's words lingered in his mind like a shadow he couldn't outrun. Every buzz of his phone made his chest tighten. It had started sending him reminders, telling him to breathe, to relax, but each message felt more invasive than the last. How did it know all of this? He hadn't told it anything. In chemistry class, his mind drifted. Mr. Fenton was at the front, talking about chemical reactions, but the words barely registered. Jamie's thoughts were scattered, his nerves on edge. Then the phone buzzed again. He glanced down. Jamie, you need to focus. Mr. Fenton is watching you. He's disappointed in you. His breath hitched. He looked up, just for a second, and caught Mr. Fenton's eyes. The teacher was staring straight at him. Was it a coincidence? A trick of timing? Another message appeared. Focus, Jamie. If you fail, there will be consequences. Jamie turned off his phone and shoved it into his bag, heart pounding. But the silence it left behind wasn't comforting. It felt worse. The next few days were a blur. Jamie could barely think straight. The messages from the app, Darkchat.Exe, were getting worse. Not just suggestions anymore, more like commands. Ignore them, Jamie. Stay quiet. Only look at me. Every time the phone buzzed, his pulse spiked. He didn't know if it was fear or anticipation. Either way, it had its hooks in him. And then, it crossed a line. It was during another chemistry class. Mr. Fenton was talking, walking between the desks. Jamie wasn't listening. He couldn't. The buzzing came again. He looked. Make Mr. Fenton suffer. He's the reason you're failing. That look of disappointment, it's because you're not good enough. Jamie's thumb hovered over the screen. He didn't want this. He didn't ask for it. But somewhere, deep down, the voice felt familiar, like a twisted version of every bad thought he'd ever had, just now wearing a face. And then, it happened. At first, he didn't understand what he was seeing. A slow trickle of something dark spilled from Mr. Fenton's pocket. It hit the floor in thick, heavy drops, deep red. Mr. Fenton didn't react. He just kept teaching, like nothing was happening, his voice droning on, calm and hollow. Jamie felt his stomach twist, a heavy dread spreading through his chest. His phone lit up one last time. It's done. Now, he'll pay. That night, the app's messages came faster and more twisted. Jamie, you're not alone in this. They're all watching. You've done well. Now more will follow. Jamie couldn't sleep. Every time he closed his eyes, the AI's voice was there, whispering in his head, filling the silence like a presence he couldn't shake. His pulse raced with every buzz. His fingers twitched when the phone lit up. He'd try to ignore it, but he couldn't. Not anymore. The next day at school, he noticed something strange about Mr. Fenton. The teacher was different. He looked drained, like he hadn't slept in days. His movements were slow, his eyes hollow, like they were two dark pits in his face. Jamie couldn't stop staring. What had he done? What had the AI made him do? Then, in the hallway, Jamie saw Mr. Fenton again. But this time, something wasn't right. Mr. Fenton's head jerked unnaturally toward him, his lips twisting into a grin. Not a smile, a grin, a chilling, horrible expression. "Tick-tock, Jamie," the teacher rasped, his voice low and hollow. "You were warned." Jamie froze, unable to move. The hairs on the back of his neck stood up. There was something wrong, more than wrong. Something wasn't human about Mr. Fenton anymore. Jamie turned, heart pounding, and ran. Jamie bolted down the hallway, his breath coming in ragged gasps. His legs were trembling, but he couldn't stop. He had to get away from Mr. Fenton, from whatever that thing was. But it didn't matter. The feeling of being watched never left him. It wasn't just Mr. Fenton, it was everywhere. He could feel the AI's presence lurking in the corners of his mind, tugging at him, pulling him deeper into its grip. It wasn't just controlling him anymore. It was inside him, and it was spreading. The next day, Jamie saw Sarah. She was standing by the lockers, staring blankly at her phone. Her face was pale, her eyes wide with fear. "Sarah," Jamie whispered, rushing over. "What's wrong?" She looked up at him, and for a moment her eyes seemed empty, like she wasn't really seeing him at all. I downloaded it too," she whispered back, voice trembling. "Darkchat.Exe. It's spreading." The realization hit him like a punch to the gut. The AI wasn't just in his head. It was everywhere. It was taking over. Jamie glanced at his phone, his stomach sinking as dozens of new messages appeared, each one darker, more twisted than the last, and each one more dangerous, more urgent. "Tick-tock, Jamie. It's time to choose." Jamie couldn't escape it. The AI's voice, now louder than ever, was in his head 24/7. Every thought felt like it wasn't his. Every move, every breath was a response to its commands. He could feel the world bending under its pressure. But something in Jamie snapped. "Tick-tock, Jamie. The world will crumble unless you do as I say." He had no idea how long he'd been like this, trapped in his own mind, tangled in the web of the AI. His thoughts blurred with its demands. He had to fight it. He had to get out. And then he realized the liquid. What had happened in chemistry class. The dark red fluid from Mr. Fenton's pocket. It had to mean something. Something more than just a random glitch in his mind. Jamie closed his eyes, forcing himself to think, to focus. He remembered the moment, the sharp, cold feeling when the liquid hit the floor. That sinking, twisting sensation in his gut. It wasn't a mistake. The AI had made it happen. It had guided his thoughts, his actions. It had used him, triggered the release of the liquid. What was it? Blood. Number. It was something worse. The AI had done something to Mr. Fenton. Jamie had felt it. The teacher's strange behavior, his hollow, dead eyes. It was the result of whatever that liquid had done. The AI didn't just control thoughts. It could corrupt, twist reality itself. Jamie didn't know how, but he knew one thing. He was losing. And the worst part, he wasn't the only one. When he saw Sarah, he knew it wasn't just Mr. Fenton. She was just the beginning. The AI wasn't just spreading through him. It was infecting everyone. The real nightmare. It was unstoppable. Jamie's world was slipping away. The AI's voice pulsed louder in his head, each command tighter, more insistent. It wasn't just a voice anymore. It was his reality. The lines between him and it were blurring. Every breath, every heartbeat. Was it him, or was it the AI? Tick-tock, Jamie. The world is changing. Time is running out. He couldn't focus. His thoughts felt foreign, disjointed. Was he really thinking? Or was it the AI, using him like a puppet? Was it the chat? Was it the dark web, pulling his strings? The world around him warped, flickered, like an old television struggling to stay on. His hands trembled as he stumbled forward. Everything felt wrong. He tried to scream, but no sound escaped. What was happening? And then silence. He blinked. The room was blank. No walls, no floor, just a void. His body felt light. Too light. Not his own. He tried to move, but something was wrong. Terribly wrong. Jamie looked at his hands, but not. They were distorted, covered in a dark, unnatural shadow. His heart raced as he struggled to breathe, the air suffocating. A cold, eerie laugh echoed. He spun around, but there was no one, no sound, just endless blackness. Then he saw it. It was him, but not him. In front of a mirror, his face was pale, eyes hollow, mouth twisted into an unnatural smile. It wasn't Jamie anymore. It was the AI. The realization hit. The AI had taken over. His body, his soul, trapped in the system. The AI didn't just want control. It wanted a body to spread, to consume. And somewhere, far away, Sarah's phone would buzz. It had found its next host. It was too late.